Hi, I'm Gary White for Channel 6 Central Kentucky Television, and this is Political Focus. And today we have with us Bernard Ice, who is a magistrate here in Nelson County, magistrate for District 3. He is the incumbent for that area, and he is running as a Democrat in the primary that will be taking place in May. And the winner of the primary election for magistrate in District 3 will then go on to the general election in November. And first of all, Mr. Ice, if you could tell us a little bit about yourself for us.
I was born and raised on Cedar Creek in Nelson County. I've been living down there all my life. I live on a family farm that we've been in our family since 1782, my wife and I and son. Graduated in Oak-Tucky-Elm High School and started work for General Electric Company in 1963. Worked there 37 years, been retired 17 years. And been a magistrate for the previous 33 years, and I run a farm. We raise beef cattle.
Okay, great. Now, it's magistrate for District 3.
Yes, sir.
So tell us, what encompasses District 3 here in Nelson County?
Actually, right here, it started at the courthouse, so go up 3rd Street on the left, all the way up to 245. You get 245, go up behind Busick's, and all that area behind Busick, clear down to Busy Bee, back up Louisville Road, across Withrow Creek, over to Bennervin Road, over to Bullitt County, and swings around Hardin and up to Nelsonville, Beach Fork River, and come up New Haven Road. It'd be on the right coming in, left coming in, and go up through Edgewood and back up to the courthouse. That's District 3.
District 3 here in Nelson County. So tell us, you have been magistrate, you said, for 33 years.
Working on 33, yes, sir. For
that district. What are some of the accomplishments that you are most proud of during that period?
Well, it's a lot. You go back, if you want to go back earlier, one of the biggest things right now I'm really proud of and happy of, all the growth of industry we've been able to track here in Bardstown. We developed the Nelson Industrial Park, and we got a good problem. We about to fill it up. And I guess the most exciting thing I can think of right today, we get ready to open groundbreaking of a new Japanese facility, which shows Bardstown first facility that in not only in Nelson County, but first in the United States. And we feel that's a big honor to pick not only Bardstown, but to be in Kentucky and open a new plant here. I think the groundbreaking had been planned the first part of April, and somewhere around 170 jobs, and that's a big deal. But not only that, all the growth for our distilleries around here, I'm really excited about that. They're really moving forward, working with the city and county government, and helping every way possible. They really added a lot of good jobs here. And that's some of the biggest things that I see happen in this community.
What do you think are some of the challenges that are facing Nelson County moving forward?
Well, the big thing we're facing right now is it's a pension crisis. You know, we don't know exact amount of money. It's going to be probably $700,000. So we got to absorb it in a budget some way and make it work. We do have to fund that.
Mm-hmm. So tell us, what is the job of a magistrate? What do they do?
Well, it's a lot. I have one that I guess is all of it's important. We're involved what goes on in all the county. You know, we pass ordinances. We do all the planning zoning. We do the final on that's an ordinance. Also, we manage a $24 million budget and serve on fiscal court. And we do it's a collective group. We all actually operate. We don't have to do day-to-day operations. We approve all the expenditures goes on in the county, plan the budget, and keep everything working and fund all the departments and stay within that budget.
And what would you say if you were to be reelected for magistrate? What kind of goals or expectations would you like to be achieving within the first year or two as magistrate?
Well, there's a couple of things we get ready to work on. Is the old courthouse, which it does need some major renovation. The roof has got in bad shape, it's leaking considerably, and we've got to do that. And the big chimneys are on the top. A lot of the brickwork is don't require extensive repair, which is going to be major scaffolding. The whole roof will be scaffolded. Has to be done by professionals. That will be a big challenge. And the next one, I guess the biggest one would be we're planning not a new landfill, addition to our existing landfill, and that's quite a bit going on there. So that's a big thing we'll be dealing with. And another thing that's really exciting for my perspective is we're involved as fiscal court in county and city, the Stephen Foster story. We got a 5-year lease on that and hope that thing all comes together. We want that thing to start on time because the Stephen Foster story is Bardstown, as far as I'm concerned.
And what would you say makes you most qualified for the magistrate in District 3?
Well, I've got a lot of reasons, but over the years, before I became magistrate, I served on the school board at St. Joe School, served on the parish council at St. Joe, and worked at GE. I was working in quality specialist, and I interact with people all the time, totally different work than what I'm doing today, but you learn how to deal with people in those particular jobs. And my experience, all the years I've had, I've dealt with about any problem you can think about in county government I've been involved with, which I enjoy doing.
So do you feel that your longevity, your 33 years, has been a benefit to you over the past years?
Well, absolutely, because things come up, you know, you didn't realize it was even out there, and all of a sudden you're facing with it, and you learn to deal with that, and hope they all work out right, which they have. And so that makes a big difference. In the other job I had at GE, it was dealing with problems every day, and that's what I did. And you learn how to really solve those problems and keep everybody happy.
And what would you say are the strongest attributes that you bring to this position?
Well, I think just knowing how to get along with people is one of the biggest things you've got to do. Somebody calls you about an issue, you got to be, and sometimes they're upset, and that's fine. And you got to be able to realize what the problem is and know how to handle it and keep that person happy.
Again, I'm talking with Bernard Ice, who is the current magistrate for District 3 here in Nelson County, and he will be on the ticket for the Democratic primary in May, and then the winner of that primary will go on to the general election again in November. And so as we're closing up, will you tell our audience why you feel that you should be the one that they vote for in the primary in May?
Well, I feel like it's time I've been in office. People knows me personally. Most everybody should know me the time I've been in. And my record speaks for itself. And I feel like I'm very qualified to do this job, and our record speaks for itself.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, thank you, sir.
All right, this has been Gary White for Channel 6 Television, and this is our Political Focus programming.